Welcome back. It would have been easy to drown in the sadness of Sarah's loss, but instead, her family and the entire community pulled together to make sure something positive came from it, and that is the incalculable number of children saved from a similar fate thanks to posters, perseverance, strength, and faith. The kidnapping and murder of 12-year-old Sarah Ann Wood didn't just galvanize police and prosecutors toward a common goal of finding Sarah. It brought together strangers, civilians, forming an army aimed at raising awareness about all missing and exploited children and keeping all children safe.
So we determined it would be 100 miles, and we would ride from Albany back to Utica, and we would visit schools on the way to deliver our message of safety. And that's the beginning of Sarah's Ride for Missing Children as it morphed into the Ride for Missing Children. Started here in Utica, New York, and now they have rides in Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, and also Albany.
Frank Williams was first approached by a friend involved with the ride who suggested he join and meet Sarah's parents.
When you meet Bob and Frances, you become dedicated because of their strength, their love, and their determination.
Local businessman Earl Reed was similarly moved.
I met Bob Wood, and he's an amazing guy and just a gracious, good person.
So they rode their bikes, stopping at schools to spread an important message to the most vulnerable in an upbeat way, with the true heavy mission never far from their thoughts.
It's a joyous event, but as you pull away, you realize what the mission is, and that's to bring children home that aren't able to participate.
The ride funded posters made right in Utica that featured the faces of missing children.
The Wood family had developed through the center this great method of putting up posters, printed posters of missing children, not across the state but around the world. And that was a resource the national office did not have. So from that we became the Mohawk Valley office of the New York branch of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, with the mission of child safety education and also for distribution of printed posters of missing kids.
It's something that I won't ever forget, the bike ride and what we did. And if we touched somebody's soul, to be careful with your kids. The age's innocence is gone.
The ride started in memory of Sarah Ann Wood, has funded millions of posters of missing children and helped recover thousands. But time marched on and COVID changed the local landscape.
COVID, everybody started working from home, and then NECMEC, of course, everybody has a bottom line. So they realized they could do away with the office, and which they did, and we only have one local NECMEC employee.
The ride itself took a hit from COVID, but organizers are working to build it back and inviting you to join and help.
We're rebuilding since COVID, and we're always looking for riders now. This December, January, we'll be making appeals for riders. If anybody's interested, get in touch with us.
The foot soldiers, spinning their wheels for a good cause, hope it'll lighten the load of an eternally grieving family.
I hope they take comfort in the legacy of Sarah. This ride over 27 years has generated millions of dollars for NECMEC, and certainly that's been responsible for bringing some children home and preventing abductions of others.
If education and increased awareness were blessings that came from this tragedy, there was also a curse. The evil man from Massachusetts did more than kidnap and kill an innocent child. He stole an entire community's innocence.
Because I used to have to travel a lot from troop headquarters in Oneida to the command post on Hackadam Road. And, you know, for years, people, their kids would be out waiting for a bus and stand inside the road waiting for a bus. After this happened, you never seen a child standing waiting for a bus at the end of the driveway without a parent standing there with them. And I mean,
When Unfinished Journey concludes after the break,
we have conducted ground searches as recently as 6 weeks ago.
her murderer is in jail, but the case isn't closed. A new generation of state police investigators picks up the promise made by their predecessors 3 decades ago to find Sarah and bring her home.